Hey, Steve, how's Sarah?
Oh, good as gold, mate. I'm a lucky man.
Did you realise Sarah Donnelly's on your theatre schedule tomorrow?
Nodular melanoma on the back of her leg. Sooner it's off, the better.
She didn't mention this to Meredith or myself. How deep is it?
Ask me when I come out of theatre. Quick flick of my expert wrist and Bob's your uncle.
Unless it's spread.
Well, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. In the meantime, let's be positive. Think of all the fun you can have with Steve nursing you back to health.
Chris thinks it's worth a biopsy. I told him he's being overcautious, but he's a hard man to argue with when he turns on the charm.
Chris never does anything without a reason. You must think it's serious.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Hidden talent, Steve.
Well hidden.
Artists. No one appreciates us. Hey, what rhymes with curry?
Hurry.
Durry?
No.
Who's the card for?
Oh, it's for Sarah. But I think it's the beginning of a whole new range.
Oh, I think you could do with some help on the artwork, Steve.
Come on, this is a modern masterpiece.
All right, check your pay slips.
The poetry of payday.
Just check them.
Why?
What's the matter?
There may be some mistakes.
This can't be. I've been shortchanged hundreds of dollars.
Me too, it's outrageous.
A couple of $100 wouldn't make much difference to you, would it?
Well, what's that supposed to mean? I'm hardly making millions.
A couple of million more than me, normally.
Oh, what would you know?
Hey, just a wild guess.
Please. How much did you make?
Double.
You got paid double.
What? Hey, I'm worth every cent.
We'll have to pay it back, though.
No way, it's their mistake.
It certainly is, and it better be sorted out.
Nah, this is better than Lotto. How'd you do?
Well, judging by the amount of zeros, I'm the first division winner.
Oh, Marge, have you seen Mrs. Mitchell's test results?
That's ridiculous. I've just been down to the bank to put in my Christmas payment, and they tell me I'm underbalanced. Give me strength.
Isn't it neat? They've finally realised what we're worth.
$100 cut. Oh, the cheapskates.
Oh, actually, I got a rise.
A rise?
Oh, but because I'm worth it. I mean, I do overtime, I do lots of night shifts.
Listen, I've been in this clinic since the first patient limped through that door.
Well, you've got to move with the times, Madge.
To top my pay. After all I've done, and not say a dicky bit, it's downright rude.
Or maybe McKenna thinks you're overpaid.
Overpaid?
I'm not saying he's right.
Oh, that's it. I'm going up there now to give him a piece of my mind.
I think he's in a meeting.
Oh, he would be. All right. They cut my wages, I cut my hours.
Where are you going?
Home. I'm going to take the rest of the day off.
But what about Mrs. Mitchell's test results?
Oh, you're so well paid. You find them. Sturgis has been delayed. He'll be another half an hour.
Oh, good. Some calm before the storm. Some of the board members are getting cold feet about the laser deal. Thanks. What do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. My shout.
No, don't be silly.
Honestly, it's nothing. Take it as a thank you.
What for?
My pay rise.
I haven't authorised any pay rise. Not that I don't appreciate you. Of course I do.
Have a look at that.
What? This is outrageous. How did this happen?
I did think it was a bit odd.
We'd better get onto the bank. Make sure this isn't the only error. And ring Vida. She'd better come in and check the accounts.
Of course.
Well, the last thing I need is for the board to get wind of this.
Yo, Sam, man. Hey, have you heard about the lucky lottery wage rise?
Nah.
They finally decided to pay us what we're worth.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Oh, this call out we went to yesterday. Cot death. Now the mother, she wants to meet me.
You're not going to do it, eh?
I'm thinking I should go.
Get onto the Cot Death Association, mate. That's your best bet.
I know, but she only wants to see me.
She must have family and friends. You can't get involved.
There isn't anyone else. I think I should go.
Look, mate, leave it to the experts, eh?
You help kill her. Why shouldn't I help Joanne?
That's different. He's a dog.
You'd help a dog and not a person?
She needs professional help, all right? She should go see a counsellor.
You're beginning to sound like Tom, you know? Totally heartless.
Yeah, well, Tom may be a bit wooden, but he's got feelings.
You reckon? He practically bundled us out of the door as soon as he could yesterday.
He knows what he's doing.
He doesn't give a stuff.
Maybe he just knows where to draw the line.
And Kirsty, the little minx, was gloating. I know she was.
Sure, there's some simple explanation.
No, there'd better be.
Some computer botch up, I suppose.
Yeah, likely story.
Give it a rest, Marge.
What's up with you?
Oh, I had a bad night. Stuart crashing around.
Well, I'm sure he's not happy, and I think it's that Kirsty business. Still, Father Rigby says there's no cause for alarm. What's the matter?
Oh, I was thinking about that girl we saw yesterday. Not much older than Stuart, really. Baby died. Cot death. Sam was really upset.
Oh, no.
Yeah, poor kid. All on her own. Trying so hard for a child, now he's gone.
Terrible thing to lose a baby.
Yeah, not much we could do for her, really.
I'm sure you did your best.
You shouldn't have.
With my compliments.
Charmer.
How are you both?
All the better for seeing you.
Well,
Oh, thank you, Steve.
I see you have a secret admirer.
Oh, it's Mum and Dad. They sent me the ticket to Brisbane.
You don't want to go there. It's all police corruption and pineapples.
Look, I have to go. I haven't seen him for ages.
Have you talked to Chris yet?
Well, I won't be doing any aerobics for a while. But as far as I know, it's all fine.
This is, it's for you.
Oh, you sweetheart.
Made it myself.
Yeah, I can tell. Clarissa, listen to this. If you're feeling sad and wounded in your hospital gown, you should know that there's a cure as long as I'm around. If illness or disease should try to strike and make you fall, I will fight them on the beaches, conquering one and all.
I hadn't picked you for a poet, Steve.
Man of many talents. You'll never need a doctor, for if you're feeling worse, you'll always
have the services of your own devoted nurse. You'll never be alone, and you'll never have to worry. For my love for you is true and deep, and harder than a curry.
Where are we going?
To get Dylan.
What?
They told me I could come and get him.
Have you made the arrangements? You've got to make the proper arrangements.
Well, what arrangements? I just have to take him home.
You just can't do it this way, John.
I've come to get my baby.
Oh, what's the name?
Dylan Leslie. Leslie with a Y.
Are you from the funeral home?
He's my friend.
Have you contacted an undertaker, Mrs. Leslie?
No.
Well, I'm afraid I can't give you the child. You have to make arrangements with a funeral director or bring an appropriate casket.
But he's mine.
I know he is, but I'm afraid I can't.
I want to take him. He's
Joanne, come on. You can have him soon, but you've got to call a funeral director. Has your sister been around?
She couldn't stay. She had to go to work. I just wanted to hold him.
Of course you did. Listen, I could call an undertaker for you if you like.
If only I'd checked on him. I don't usually leave him like that.
You couldn't tell what was going to happen.
I should have known. He usually wakes up. I should have looked.
Shh. You mustn't talk like that. It's not your fault.
There must be something. Some reason.
There's a lot of things. The temperature, the time of year, whether or not the baby was underweight, even if it was sleeping on its tummy. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. Breastfeeding's supposed to help prevent it, they reckon.
I tried to do that, but I couldn't get the hang of it. You think I did kill him?
No, of course not. Listen, I don't know. No one does. I could take you to someone who could help explain things, though. Would you like that?
Jenny, the whole thing's in disarray. 3 of my nurses have been given increases. The rest have had their wages slashed.
I know. You know about this? Well, then when am I going to see some action?
It's affecting all the staff, Chris.
I have got bills to pay.
So have my nurses, and all of them are earning a lot less than you. So
well,
if you
most
don't
of them
mind-
work a lot less hours
Hey,
than I
it's
do.
nothing personal.
It's an insult. I'm a surgeon, not a cleaner.
And what have you got against cleaners?
Nothing, but I didn't go to cleaning school for 7 years.
please,
Did I?
shut up.
Do you mind? I'm trying to hold an important meeting in here.
Sorry, Michael. More pay problems.
Oh, you can say that again.
All my staff are affected. They're not happy.
And Marge has gone home.
Why?
Some sort of industrial action.
If this continues, she won't be the last.
Jenny, send out a memo. Tell the staff it's a bank error and give them my personal assurance that all discrepancies will be sorted out by the end of the week.
All right.
What do you think?
Oh, you're neat, Jackie. I'm hopeless at that.
I had it, now I've lost it.
Your brain's been missing for years, Steve-o.
No, the rhyme.
Hey, take a look at these. Jackie's done them for you.
Hey, they're not bad. Maybe we should have a talk about this.
Well, I could do something more appropriate if I knew what kind of cars you wanted.
Well, I think I'll start with the standard get well and then move on to non-recovery.
Non-recovery?
Yeah, therefore your terminals, Alison.
Oh. What, like violets are blue, roses are red. It's a pain being sick, but it's worse being dead.
I was thinking about something a little more cheerful, perhaps.
We hope you share our sense of humour. We all started laughing when we heard about your tumour.
Yeah, just stick to the graphics there, Jackie.
What have you come up with?
I'm sorry, I've got to protect copyright. This is a business.
All right, and you seriously think you're going to make money out of get well cards?
Oh, people get sick. They've got at least one friend. It's a big market.
All right, and you're going to make them yourself?
I'll do the writing and my lovely assistant here will do the artwork. We'll be raking it in.
Yeah, the chicks will be rolling in.
When I take a look at you, it makes me very sad. You seem to be quite normal, but you're both completely mad. Oh, God.
This is Dr. Fleming.
Hello, Joanne. Why don't you take a seat? Thanks, Sam. I'm Meredith. Sam said you might want to talk to me. Very sorry about your son. How old was he?
5 months. He was just sitting up.
What was his name?
Dylan. Would you like to see a photo?
Yeah.
He was tiny when he was first born. Smaller than all the other babies, but he was perfect.
He gained weight, though.
I tried to breastfeed him, but I couldn't. I kept on trying, but he didn't seem happy. He was crying all the time. In the end, I couldn't stand it. I put him on formula, and he was fine.
Yes, of course he was. And after that, was he a healthy baby?
Yes. He was a bit grizzly sometimes, but he was neat.
Well, how did you find it being on your own?
It was awful. Some of the time. Sometimes I thought I was going to go crazy.
Everybody feels that way with a small baby.
Like this morning, I woke up and I could hear him crying. I could.
It's perfectly understandable.
I feel like I did it. I didn't check on him. I should have checked on him. I shouldn't have given him a bottle, but I did.
Those things have got nothing to do with it. We don't know what causes cot death. There are lots of theories about it, but no one knows. It happens to babies that are loved and cared for, like Dylan.
But Sam said breastfeeding could help stop it.
Sam's no expert. Why don't you tell me what Sam exactly said to you?
Michael?
Mm-hmm.
I found it.
What's that?
The source of the problem.
Good Lord. Look at Honest pay rise.
Yes. Mind you, we'll save a bit on your salary.
$2 a week. This is ridiculous. And look at the total weekly salary bill. God, we'd go bust in a month at this rate.
There doesn't seem to be any pattern to the changes.
It's a worry. So soon after the robbery.
Sabotage? No, I don't think so, Michael. It's probably just a bug in the new system.
Well, you set it up, didn't you?
Well, actually, Barry did most of it.
Thought he was a computer whiz.
Well, he is. I could get him to come back in and have a look. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Oh, all right. But if that doesn't work, I'm calling in a consultant. Probably cost an arm, leg, and 2 vital organs, but too bad. Probably should have done it in the first place.
Honestly, you don't need a plaster cast. Just keep your weight off it, all right? It'll feel much better once the swelling's gone down. Okay, see you later. He seemed disappointed.
You can't write on a bandage. So how's your pay problem? Are we going to see you down at the Sallies?
Hilarious.
So, Doc, what's the prognosis? I mean, can I take Sarah out raging tomorrow night?
She won't be dancing for a while.
Yeah, sport?
Well, she's going to have to take it easy until that wound heals.
I hope you didn't mark her for life. I know how your surgeons like to leave your signature scar.
Yeah, should heal reasonably well.
And it was so minor, hardly worth the general.
Steve, it was hardly minor. We had to go a lot deeper than we expected, but I guess we're just going to have to wait till we see the tests.
Tests? What tests?
I really think it'd be better if you talk to Sarah about this.
Sam, can I talk to you a moment?
Sure.
Can you tell me what you might have said to Joanne?
I was trying to make her feel better.
She seems to have the impression she's responsible for her baby's death.
I didn't say anything like that.
Is this about Joanne Leslie?
Oh, yes, Sam went to see her today.
Today?
It was my own time.
I don't care whose time it was. You're not qualified to give advice.
I was just trying to help.
It's all right, Tom. I'm sure you were. I'm just a bit worried about the medical information you gave her.
She wanted to know what causes cot deaths.
And you talked about things like low birth weight, bottle feeding.
Yeah. What did I do wrong?
You young bucks, you're all the same. Get your proficiency and you think you're God's gift to medicine.
Low birth weight and bottle feeding aren't factors that cause cot death. They're just factors that are linked to it. We still don't know exactly what does cause cot death.
I said that.
Well, it didn't get through.
Is she all right now?
Well, none of us can wave a magic wand and make her feel any better. But I've put her onto a grief counsellor from the Cot Death Association.
Thanks, Doc.
Just be careful with how you deal with things in the future, okay?
You'd think Chris was on the poverty line the way he was moaning.
Cut off at the lifestyle, eh? The unkindest cut of all.
He'll have to ask his daddy for some more pocket money.
And then when one of the cleaners told him about the pay rise...
Joyce, was he mad?
Well, he went a kind of purplish red and didn't speak for a very long time.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. What about McKenna when he saw his payslip?
He wasn't happy.
Excellent.
But now he wants to blame your father.
Why? What did Dad do?
Michael thinks it's got something to do with the way your father set up the new computer.
Nah, Dad wouldn't stuff things up.
Anyway, it all means more work for me. I have to check everybody's pay and adjust it accordingly.
McKenna will give you overtime though, won't he?
I don't feel I could ask for it, really.
Well, I could help you.
Nick, that's sweet of you.
No problem.
That is sweet of you.
Check the oil?
No.
Do it now, then. You know what I'm going to say, but I'll say it anyway. You are out of line. We can't get involved in individual cases.
I was worried. I thought she might be suicidal.
That's not the point.
She had no one else.
I know that, son. But what are you going to do? Check on every car crash, every accident victim? You wouldn't have enough hours in the day.
I don't want to check on everyone else. It was just Joanne.
Next time it'll be just someone else. Keep that up and you'll worry yourself out of the service.
Better to do that than not care.
Of course you have to care, Sam. But you can't carry the burden for everyone.
You know, you sound like my Aunt Celisa.
She must be a very sensible woman.
How do you do it, Tom? How do you stop it from affecting you?
Who says I do?
Hello, Steve.
Hiya. How you feeling?
Like a specimen on one of those nature's programs. All this observation and they can't find anything. They're sending me home tomorrow. How are you?
I felt better.
Have you written any more sonnets lately?
I seem to have lost my inspiration.
She's not lost. She's just sleeping. Don't wake her up. She pretends to be Miss Perky, but I get the feeling she needs a rest. What's the matter, Steve? Steve?
So, was there any kind of system to who got pay rises? Alphabetical, numerical?
None that I could see.
It's weird. Setting up the hard drive shouldn't affect the pay program. Did you check the backups?
Yes, they were fine.
I don't get it. Do you want me to run a diagnostic program?
Is that a hassle?
Oh, look, for you, I'd run 1,000 program.
Coffee?
Yeah, love some.
Real or decaf?
Caffeine hit, thanks.
Oh, there's no milk.
Nick will get it. He could do with the exercise.
No, it's all right. I'll go. Won't be long.
See you later, Mum. Hey, Dad, there was a system to the pay rises.
Really?
Mum got one, Kirsty got one, Hone got one. Basically, everyone who's cool got a rise, and the creeps took a cut.
You changed the program?
Yeah, me and Miles were stuffing around on the computer. Suppose we got a bit carried away.
You little bugger.
Wish I'd seen McKenna. Bet he did his bun.
Yeah. Now, look, you see, the problem here is that I start to look like the villain. Did you stop to think of that?
No.
Well, perhaps you could think about it now.
Sorry, Dad.
Should think so.
You're not going to tell Mum?
No, I don't think she'd want to know.
Brushing up on a bit of medical terminology?
Yeah.
Anything I can help you with?
Melanomas. Do you know much about them?
Depends what sort.
Nodular. You know what they look like?
Well, they're usually raised, asymmetrical, tend to be irregular around the border, darker in colour. Do you want me to have a look?
No, it's not me.
Yeah, of course. I never saw you as a sun bunny.
No, it's purely professional interest.
Well, they need to be detected early and removed, otherwise, they could spread.
Says here there's a poor prognosis. How poor is poor?
Well, it depends on how soon you find them and how soon they're treated. But with nodular melanomas, they can be pretty bad, in a lot of cases fatal.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another place. Just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
This program was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.